Hi, I'm Kiara Advani and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
Well, we have this beautiful Kiara Advani. Her movie M.S Dhoni, The Untold Story has released. She has a short role but she leaves a big impact. And Kiara, first of all, pleasure having you back on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you so much.
You know, in fact, बहुत अच्छा है कि फिल्में आपकी रिलीज हो रही हैं because इस बहाने आपसे मुलाकात भी.
बिल्कुल. I was just saying, I can't wait to do a film so that I can come on Bollywood Hungama and talk to Faridoon because I watch all your interviews. I have to tell you that.
You do?
I love watching your interviews.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alright, so in fact, you know, I was reading a few of the reviews and there's this review that I read that young Kiara Advani steals the show from right under Rajput's nose when she enters the picture as Mahi's girlfriend, Sakshi, who becomes his wife. So have you teased Sushant Singh Rajput with this?
Sushant sent me a really sweet message. He said, had I known that your phone conversation scene with me was so good, I would have bettered mine. So I said, thanks to you then, that at least at 1 minute, I've got to myself. Because the whole film, he steals the show. So I was like, that's really sweet of you. But that's amazing. I've not read this one. So thank you. No, I've not read this one. It feels really good though.
But I know this one appeared in first post. No, in fact, the phone conversation that you're speaking about and when you break down, I read a few tweets that you had retweeted and the fact is it came out very organically, the entire breakdown sequence as far as you were concerned. How much of internalization did you do for this portraying that scene, because you're playing a girlfriend of one of the biggest heartthrobs of India and obviously you're under a scanner.
Correct.
And considering that you are not starstruck at all, the Sakshi's character is not shown to be starstruck at all, you don't even recognize him when you meet him for the first time.
Yeah.
What was the process like for you?
So just that scene in particular, I've completely internalized it. I think that's the only way that emotion could have come out. I think also somewhere it's very relatable. Every girl, I'm sure at some point in her life will go through that feeling, you know, when you get closer to marriage or whatever. So the lines also were such, and when Neeraj sir, when we got on set to do that scene, he said, I want you to be uninhibited. Like whatever you're feeling, let it just come out, however it is. So he gave me that space to just letting go of my emotion and let the tears fall. I remember there was a point where I was just so much snot coming out and I was like, so we need to cut now. It's just going like all over the place. But I think, yeah, that scene was very internalized. But playing Sakshi and that responsibility of playing her, I didn't feel it because coming back to the starstruck bit, I'm also not very starstruck by cricketers maybe because I didn't know enough about the sport. I just watched it as a fan of the Indian team when the World Cup was going on. So I related, you know, my own experience to hers, and she made it very easy for me. She herself is so effortless and so grounded that I never had to force that responsibility. I just could be the way she was. So it was easy.
Great. And now you're looking very, very pretty right now. You've looked very nice in Fugly as well. But the fact is, when it comes to Dhoni, for most of the times, except for the song, you're portraying this girl next door and someone who's very plain Jane and very simple. Was this a bit of a risk for you that something that is not portraying maybe the glamour aspect of yours, which comes quite naturally to you?
Maybe because
even for an interview, like you're looking extremely pretty right now without too much of flare-ups actually.
Thank you. I think to play a character is challenging. Here she's someone who, I mean, she's a real life person. People know her, people have seen her. Plus, you know, when you're like the character, the script demanded her to be in, in school, in college at the time. She was doing hotel management. There's a sequence when we meet for the first time again. That's, you know, her in her sari and her hair as, you know, not a strand coming out, all of that. So that is what the script demanded, the character demanded. For me, I didn't even think about the glamour aspect of it. I was just like, I'm working with Neeraj Pandey. That was the focus. I was like, whatever it is, I have to give this my best. And I knew he'd bring out the performance in me. And I'm sure, I mean, I hope, fingers crossed, down the line, there will be those films as well where I'll get to play characters which are probably a little more like me, like how I am now. And, you know, how I usually am. So this is just, hopefully, it's just the start. So let's hope that maybe the next one, and you will be seeing me very glamorous in my next film, which is Machine.
You'll be doing a song as well over there.
There are many songs.
Right. Like there's a, I think, proverbial item song as well apparently.
There's no item song. There's just
dance song.
There are a lot of dance songs in the film. But I just, while talking to Abbas Mustan, so I remember telling them how much I loved you know, when they gave Katrina Touch Me, and they gave Jacqueline Lat Lag Gayi. And I said, so I hope I get this one song which becomes like this. So it was just that I said it, and they're so sweet that I think they took that seriously, and they were like, we're going to look for that song, and if it fits in the situation, we will do it. So we've not, that's the one song that is yet to be shot. The rest is done. Yeah.
In fact, the unit of Machine, they've been, in fact, I spoke to someone and they said that ये decide कर पाना, in fact, difficult था कि that Georgia की खूबसूरती ज़्यादा खूबसूरत है या फिर Kiara Advani. Kiara Advani scored over Georgia as well. That's what someone told me. You know, I love the film. I can talk about each and every scene of yours. Let's come to that scene when you are. I know that the movie is still running, but I think at least we can give a hint of it. The night scene in your hostel, and when you get that, and when you just wake up your friend as well. That's a funny sequence. You enjoyed that?
That was so much fun to shoot. That girl, my friend in the film, I think she's so cute.
Right.
And she did, that was, even when I read that scene, I was like, this is hilarious. And this is so normal, you know, like you think your friend's just fake, you know, haan, bada hot tha yaar, and all of that. But the way she did it was so cute, and I think a lot of credit to her. She added all the fun element in that scene. Right. But yeah, I mean, I went yesterday to Gaiety Galaxy to see the film, just to, you know, bits and pieces of it, and I saw the crowd laughing away. So I was like,
that's true.
It's so nice to see such a responsive audience while watching this film. So it feels really nice.
No, any film which is like a massy film, I think that's the best theatre to go to, I believe, because you get, you know, and
real reactions.
If the reactions are bad, they're like really bad. We've seen that in the recent past as well. But if they're like good, they're like really good actually.
Yeah.
Okay, and now coming to that particular sequence when you and your friend meet, in fact Dhoni for the first time, we won't say how you do that and where you do that. That I think is a moment in itself as well when in fact you guys are reacting to each other.
Yeah. I think all of that was very spontaneous. Neeraj sir even left it to us from the corridor when we go to meet him. He said, I want you all, whatever comes naturally to you all, just do that, you know, play off each other. So that's what we did. That's it. You know how two girls would be, you know, like the running back and forth and the little nervousness and what's he gonna think and all of that. So I think again, very spontaneous and naturally. It just, like you said, it happened quite organically.
And even when you guys are moving out in a small town with and somewhere the personality of Dhoni comes across that he was willing to just travel on in, like as a common man, and he liked doing that, and he liked to drink tea in a glass, which is like I think as desi as it gets. Mr. Bachchan will be proud of that when he was doing all his movies in 70s. So that particular sequence when you guys are just venturing out, and what happens after that. So would you like to talk about that particular scene?
For sure. In fact, a lot of that is very authentic. So we shot that in Aurangabad itself, where she was studying. So even like you said, where he's drinking chai out of that glass, it happened. We went to the same place they used to go. You know, when their courtship was going on, and yeah. So we actually
since you've already given away the city, I was not giving away the city, but since you already have.
I think people know
it's
that
okay.
bit,
It's okay.
so it's
No, but you know the movie has long legs. Many people have still not seen it.
So then we won't say much about it. But everything was very authentic. All the places we visited, everything you see us in the song, since the song is out, you see us on a hilltop, you see us, you know, everywhere you see us in the song is everywhere they went. And I think some of their fans have actually taken out pictures of them in the same location and put us in the same location. So I think whatever's online, so has tried to be very authentic about it, and you know those same pictures or those same moments, he's tried to recreate it and keep it in the film.
Correct. And I believe you've met Sakshi and Dhoni as well. So what was their reaction after seeing the movie?
So we saw the film. I saw the film for the first time with Sakshi and Mahi.
Yeah, we saw the pictures.
We were all together, and that was the first time she was seeing the film as well. And there were a few of her friends. We were all sitting together, and when that part came, everyone was like, oh my god, this is her. And she came up to me, and when we were shooting for the film, I had met her only once. So she said, it's unbelievable that we barely met each other, but you figured me out and nailed it. So I was also a bit like, okay, I've got the verdict from her. So for me, that was like one huge relief. Because you're playing somebody, you want them to be like, yep, that's me.
Correct.
And thereafter, in fact, she's been sending me screenshots of all her friends who've texted her saying, you know, this is like role play happening and this girl has done a good job of, you know, playing
Correct.
you. So she's like, I thought you'd like to see this. So it's really sweet of her, and it feels, it's very overwhelming right now.
Fantastic.
To be honest.
You said that you've seen it in a theatre as well. How's the experience for you? Because you know, Kiara, what happened after Fugly, there was a bit of a gap as far as your next movie is concerned. And how's been that particular gap? Because Fugly was liked by quite a few people. Your performance was appreciated as well. But you coming from, in a way, from a film background, and I'm sure that when you see a lot of glamour and stardom happening all around you, is it a bit of a, in fact, at times, do you have those pangs as well, that I would want to be there, and somehow it's just taking a bit of time for things to happen? They're finally happening right now.
Right.
But did you have those moments?
See, that's the thing. I think right now I'm just so grateful that I waited after Fugly. I feel honestly like, and now that it's released, I can say that, you know, patience really has paid off. After Fugly, I didn't get the response that one would want, you know, especially after your debut film. So it was a waiting period, and I think it was like catharsis for me. I literally had to go through all of that and then brush myself off and be like, just wait, if you have talent, it'll happen. You know, people have appreciated your performance. And then when, like, a Neeraj Pandey has the faith in you to take you into his, you know, in his film and cast you, and even if it's a small role, but if it's being noticed, it definitely feels overwhelming. And at the same time, like I said, I'm just so glad that I was patient through it all. And yeah, there is obviously a, you know, an aspiration that you want to do well, you want to do better. And I just feel that so long as everything I do is better than the last thing I've done, then I'm going up, and it's, you know, I'm improving myself. And for me right now, that's the focus. I want to work with good directors. I want to work with, and I'm glad I'm getting that. I mean, my second film has been directed by Neeraj sir. My third film has Abbas Mustan sir. So I'm sure somewhere something I'm doing is right, I guess. I hope.
No, absolutely. And you know, I think the best part is since we've been following the trajectory that you've taken, that the best part is that you're letting your work do the talking. You've done the waiting. We don't hear all these link-up stories as far as you're concerned, or like, you know, because many a times a few of the link-up stories, they're manufactured as well to stay in the news, which is, I think, really commendable, because ultimately it's the work that matters. Because no matter how many places that you may be seen in, but ultimately it's the work that either you're being appreciated or you're not. So which is, I think, really commendable, and I must praise you for that.
Thank you. That really means
All right, so you've said about Sushant that Sushant is a very focused actor. At first he comes across reserved, but he explodes on screen. Personally, I felt our scenes together transpired organically. There is definitely an energy that allows for that action reaction to feel seamless. Would like to add to it that as an actor, how's been your entire experience of working with someone like Sushant? Because I think, you know, he likes to, I think, the way he tweets at times, and it's very philosophical.
He's very intelligent.
He is very philosophical as well.
Yeah, he's very philosophical. He's got a lot of, and he's very well read. You know, there's a lot. He's an avid reader. He really reads a lot. He's a wealth of knowledge, to be honest. You know, he comes. That's why I said he comes across a little reserved at first. Like, a lot of people told me he's a bit quiet and all. But when I met him, he's got many sides to his personality. He's, in fact, got a great personality, because he really makes you feel comfortable. While working on set, as focused as he is as an actor,
right?
Maybe it's the experience or what, I don't know, but he has that ability to just switch on and switch off. So we'll be joking around 1 second, and the minute the camera rolls, he's completely Mahi, he's completely M.S Dhoni, and suddenly even and that's good, because then I'm reacting to that complete new side to him, as opposed to what we were probably doing, like chatting and, you know, faffing when the camera was off. So I think both of us were able to feed off that spontaneity, which is why I said it just felt so organic. And I never saw a single frame of mine while I was shooting, and nor did he. I think I picked that up from him, because we used to never go back and see the monitor. You know, we just trusted Neeraj sir completely. So when I saw it all happen, and then I was getting all that, you know, like people were tweeting saying the chemistry is looking good, I just felt like this was really organic, because we had no idea at the time that it was coming out the way it was. So
yeah, I think the song comes out very nicely. Now, you know, on a lighter note, Kiara Advani, I have like an honest confession. I need an honest confession from you, please.
Sure.
Did you at any point of time did you think that maybe you could have had like a full on open, in fact, you know, tu meme with Disha Patani, or something that would have like really created sparks for the media, that you guys are
see, I didn't think
two
of
actresses.
It, but someone must have thought of it.
On a lighter note, I'm saying, so agar thoda lighter note mein hi agar aapka
you
answer
know what,
hua,
we didn't have
we heard all those stories as well, but we wouldn't go into that. That's old news. We want some fresh gossip.
Well, firstly, we didn't have any scenes together in the film.
Right.
So we never got that opportunity to shoot together with each other. But we met each other during promotions, and unfortunately for everybody who wants to know the gossipy, controversial stuff, we really hit it off. We really hit it off. She's such a wonderful girl, and we've had such a good time promoting the film together that no tu meme happened, and we're quite similar. In fact, we've got similar likes and dislikes. I've started doing gymnastics. I've just not put up videos yet because I'm still honing the skill. But yeah, we're very similar in many ways, and that's what probably got us to hit it off. So no, yeah.
You know, actually, Karan Johar, if you'll ask him, he'll say that when one actress is praising the other, there's always like what she really means, what she says and what she really means. Okay, and now when it comes to the entire, in fact, I think that the way both the love stories have been conjoined together is something I think very beautifully done as well. There are people who've had issues with the love story, that they've felt that maybe it is taken away from the proceedings, but there are other people who say that it's important as far as his life is concerned. How do you look at this aspect when people, I'm sure that you must have read a few reviews as well, when they say that it slightly takes away from the way the story is proceeding?
See, it's a biopic, so it's essential that they stay true to his story, and it was a big part of his life, and everyone of course knows of his marriage and everything, plus Priyanka's character is an untold fact in the film. So somewhere it was probably, and personally, I mean, obviously I'm a part of it, so I'm going to be biased, but I think again, that's something that's, you can't please everyone, and we've had mixed reviews when it comes to that, because some people, like I think girls especially who've gone to see the film, you know, they like, some people want to see a lot of the cricket, some people then enjoy the, you know, the little bit of the love angle and all of that, and as a whole you're chasing this man's life. So I think be it from professional to personal, showing all of that was essential to the film.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it definitely just lightens things up. I enjoyed that portion as well. Generally, I'm quite critical if I feel that things are dipping, but I enjoyed it. But yeah, definitely there was a point of view that people had as well. All right, so Kiara Advani, we'd like to play a bit of a rapid fire with you as well. So it's like rapid fire with Kiara Advani, and let's see the spunky answer that she's capable of. And the Facebook people, they're watching it live right now, and they're literally going crazy. And all right, so rapid fire with Kiara Advani now. So if given a chance to choose between the roles of Priyanka and Sakshi, would you still have chosen to play Sakshi?
Yes, always.
Why?
I always wanted to play Sakshi. I think she comes in like a breath of fresh air, and I just loved the layers that she had to her, you know, right from not knowing him to the emotional bits. I think there was a lot in there. So yeah, I think Neeraj sir knew he casted us for the right role. So yeah.
Okay, a thing about MSD, the Untold Story, no other Bollywood biopic has.
The thing about MSD, no other biopic. Heart and soul. I'm being like all good in saying this, but actually no, I mean that's a tough one to say. Yeah, I think all heart.
All heart. Okay, a cricketer that you think would be perfect for a candlelight dinner date?
Who's single?
Huh?
Which one is single? Candlelight dinner date. I don't know about candlelight dinner date, but dinner, just dinner, no date, since he's married, would probably be Mahi, so that I could like discuss the whole film and more about it with him.
Absolutely. Okay, a thing common between you and Sakshi Dhoni. Is there anything that is common between you?
Personally, I feel so. I think when I met her especially, because I felt like I knew her, I felt this full mirror image happen. Even you know, there were things she'd tell me of what I would like, so like hand movements, hand gestures, just little things that she noticed and said, you know, that's so much like me. And actually those were things which I did very naturally, not knowing that I was doing it like her, because I hadn't had enough time to observe those things of her. So that's why I feel Neeraj sir observed her, observed me and cast me for her by that observation. So he knew it more than anyone else. So yeah, a lot. There's a vibe that's definitely similar.
Alright, who's the hottest cricketer from current lot?
Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli? Okay, she's saying it like a whisper.
Quite hot.
Okay. M.S Dhoni or Sushant Singh Rajput, with whom you'd like to go on a long bike ride with?
See, I've gone on a bike ride with Sushant in Cape Town. So I'd love to go with the man who loves bikes. So maybe I'll go with him.
Cool. That's a good answer actually. Alright, an untold thing about M.S Dhoni you learned after doing the film. Is there anything that you learned about Dhoni that you didn't know?
A lot of things, which I don't want to say because whoever's not watched the film, I want you to watch it. But something that Sushant mentioned that really stayed with me is how he lives in the present. And he doesn't think about, you know, if he's talking to you, he's here right now. He's not thinking about his next meeting or what happened last night or whatever. And I think that's a quality. I mean, especially in our generations, we're always on our phone. We may be sitting with each other and our minds are all over the place. But that's something about him that I admire, and I'm going to try to cultivate it. Incorporate that for sure.
Alright, an actor with whom you'd love to work next?
Varun Dhawan. I'd love to.
Why is that?
Ever since his first film, I thought he's got great energy, and I think he's a fantastic actor. And I really enjoy watching him on screen. So I feel, I mean, it'd be great to work with him.
Nice person as well. Nice person as well. Genuinely nice person. Alright, cricketer or Bollywood actor who has the perfect ingredients of being a boyfriend?
Bollywood actor, cricketer. I want to sound like this. I've done a film on M.S Dhoni, so M.S Dhoni is all my answer. He's a great husband, I must tell you all. When I met him for the first time, he was with his baby and his wife, and we were at a wedding reception of Harbhajan Singh and his wife, newlywed wife, which was thrown by someone. And I must say that they came there with their baby. They didn't leave their baby at home, and no nanny was, you know, out there. Okay, I'm going to go from boyfriend to husband now, because he's a wonderful husband and a wonderful father. And just the way he was holding his baby's bag and looking after his wife and child, it was just so normal and so lovely to see. So I think he's amazing. I really think he's got a great, you know, he's just super grounded. Right.
In fact, I think your staff has a crush on Dhoni as well.
Yeah, I think everyone over here is like...
No, the boys, I don't think so. I hope that
that they also become husbands.
But आजकल किसी को कुछ नहीं कह सकते हैं, लेकिन everyone has. Now finally, last two questions. Kiara, box office response has been fantastic. It's like 66 crores. For a biopic, it has never happened before. For a new star cast, it has never ever happened before. And I'm sure that it's going to go from strength to strength. So how do you look at the box office response for the movie so far?
See, it's a first for me, so I'm like grateful and how. And it just, I mean, it's so overwhelming. I don't think it's digested. But I'm just so grateful to being a part of this film, and I think right now the whole team is just in seventh heaven. So touch wood that these numbers just keep going up. Keep like. I hope every show is as packed as it was over the weekend.
Right. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if it hits like a double century or something like that, because I think the potential is good. Let's see how, till where it will be reaching. Last question. You're doing Machine, which is the launch pad for Mustafa, and obviously he's in fact I think Abbas Bhai's son, I believe.
That's right.
So what is special about your character, considering it's a launch pad for a star son, that you said yes to it?
So I would say Machine, again, you'll see me in a very different light in Machine. Probably, like you asked me the question earlier, you know, would you want to do something glamorous? The beauty of it is, if you've seen any of, of course everyone's seen Abbas Mustan films, they've always given their female protagonists very strong roles, whether you've seen Aitraz or you've seen Bazigar. you know, whether all their roles, the women
Bilkul.
have got wonderful roles to play, and this film is no different, and it's a pure Abbas Mustan thriller commercial entertainer that I mean, I was whipped when I heard the script. I was like, so I'm on completely. I was super excited to be working on this film. So yeah, fingers crossed. I think we're releasing early next year, February if I'm not mistaken. So I'm waiting for that conversation to happen and for me to come back here.
No, absolutely.
To discuss
we would love to have you back. Yeah. Okay, and are you doing anything else apart from that, Kiara?
So right now I'm not signed anything else, but soon hopefully
I'm sure that the offers must have started coming in. Offers must have started coming in already.
So it's
feelers must have already. That's how it I think happens in the industry. So Kiara Advani, congratulations once again for a wonderful response for Dhoni, and would like to say something to your fans on Facebook as a final goodbye to them.
Hi guys, I hope you are all going to watch Dhoni if you haven't already watched it, and if you have already watched it, please go watch it again. Thank you for all the love that you all have given us as a team, and thank you for appreciating my performance in the film, and hope to be back here and have many more conversations with you all on Bollywood Hungama.
Alright, thank you very much, Kiara. All the best wishes, and we genuinely hope that this movie keeps on going on, and looking forward to many more movies for you and many more conversations with you as well. Thank you so much.
Surely. Thank you.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.